with the Artistry Collective. If you're seeing this red live button, we are live. If not, you're on the replay. That's great too. Just type in hashtag replay. Let me know that you stopped by. And today we thought we'd do a little something different. And we are bringing you midweek mix-up, and we're going back to Christmas. How fun is that? As we're doing our cleanup around here, it is kind of fun to revisit some of the Christmas stuff. I'm still trying to get it out of my immediate workspace here. I don't know about you guys, but it seems to just take over when it's here. But it is fun to go back and see all the things I either did or didn't finish for the Christmas season. So here we are. Come on in, say hello. Make sure you give this video a like and a thumbs up and all the things. Okay. So I made this fun 12 Days of Christmas book. Hi, Karen. Hi, Chris. Hello, hello. Come on in. And I guess I made it all the way through to the 12 Days of Christmas. I didn't think I did. I was just looking at it. And these were some digitals from, I think, Mandy with Sunflowers and Doors. And they were so beautiful. And I made this fun book. I was so disappointed in this book, though, because I had this great idea and my spine actually caved. You can see right there. So not all ideas are a wonderful one. But nevertheless, I think the book is still one of my favorite Christmas books I've made. But you can see it does have some structural issues, though, because it wants to pull. So if you've never been here for an Artistry Collective Wednesday, it is hosted by Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And after me is Leah from Make All the Things With Me. And it was actually her idea to go back to Christmas today. She said we'll be doing something totally different. And I think that's great. Okay, so this was my book, and I do think it's beautiful. I had so much fun making this book. I've got some fun little tags here. And these digitals were just absolutely beautiful. So it does go through all the way to the 12 Days of Christmas. I've got an empty pocket there, but I do have a tag here. So I need to put the backing on this tag. So we'll do that today. I think that is kind of the fun of spring cleaning, is that you can go back and work on all of those Christmas things that you didn't finish up. I love the little chickens. Hey, there's Christy. I hope the dentist treated you well today, my friend. And there is my 4 calling birds. I left this little telephone. I put the little flower there. So all throughout, I was trying to put these little flowers here, there, and everywhere. And yep, there's one. So we'll see if I got some all the way throughout the book. Hey, there's Sharon. Okay. And I left a little bit of room here because I thought it would be fun to put in some pictures as you go along. I loved this one too, 5 golden rings. So I did 3 eyelets and 2 little jump rings. So there go. I brought it back. I just push all the buttons until it comes back. I don't know what happens. I loved the golden rings. That was so pretty. And it still looks pretty on this side too. And just some simple stenciling here. These were file folders that were part of the Sunflowers and Doors digital collection. So I made, of course, 12 of them. Put them in here. I think this is it is a little belly band in there. And my swan has sparkles. I hope you guys can see it. It's so beautiful. More little flowers. And I was using stickles on all the numbers. Fun, right? I do remember, though, I was so disappointed because this was a no-sew book. I used these elastics to put in all of the file folders, and it was just too much pressure. It made it cave. But if you look at it from the side profile, it does still look very pretty. And these trims were from Joann's. I absolutely love them. Now, I didn't put a title or anything on this book. Probably should have. I think we were up to 7. There's 6. And of course, sparkling things. And I do have some plain paper clips in here. So I was thinking today maybe we can kind of spruce them up a little bit. And I need to put a backer on that tag. See, I've got the paper clips in here all the way throughout. I didn't actually get them decorated really. And this was my day. My day was the 8 maids of milking. Super cute. I loved the cows. That's because it's not finished. I don't know. And there's some 9 ladies dancing, and I've got some little bling there. I tried to keep the pages somewhat similar as it went on. Got some shimmer sticks on the little baubles on the trees. 10 lords leaping. And I love putting stickles on holly. It just looks so pretty. And 11 pipers piping. There's my little flowers again, some little bling, stickles on the holly, and the numbers. Oh, and I love, love, love poinsettias with all this glitter. And maybe it's because I worked in a florist shop for a little while, and that was what we did. We sprayed them all. Okay, and that was 12, and then this is the inside there and the back, and it does have a little bit of fabric. It's funny, I'm using this fabric on another journal right now too, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Christmas, but it's just got this little bit of beautiful green here. Okay, so the first thing we can do to get this finished up is I never backed this tag. It was just in there, but look at the sparkles on those baubles. So much fun. Where's Leah from Make All the Things With Me? Christmas was her idea. All right, I'll glue this down. Now this one isn't as thick of cardstock as some of the others, but that's okay because it's really nice for journaling on. And like I said, I've been using this fabric for something else, so I have a little bit of it laying out on my desk. Hi, Dondi. How's everybody's week been going? I had a little check-in at wound care today. Just had a doctor look at my foot. That was what I was supposed to do because my doctor was going to be out of the office for the week. So he wanted one of his partners to just check in with my foot, and he said it looks like it's still healing to him, so yay. Another week out of the hospital is a good week to have. Hello, Tom. Welcome in. We are doing some live craft and chat here on Wednesdays. That's what we do with the Artistry Collective, which is hosted by Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And also includes my friend Leah from Make All the Things With Me, and then myself. Hey, Mama Christine's in the house. Hello, hello. She loves Christmas. She must have known it was Christmas in April. Oh, Tom is Dondi. You're on your iPad. All right. We'll take it. My little Sprout loves Christmas too. It was funny for her birthday that we just had at the beginning of the month. She turned 3, and she plays with the Fisher-Price Little People. And I found a Fisher-Price Little People Christmas set. So it includes Santa and Mrs. Claus as the little people. And then it has a reindeer and a sled. It has like a good-sized present that opens and has a little gift in there. And then it has like 3 little Christmas villages. And she was so excited when she opened it, but somebody else saw it and was like, what's with the Christmas deal? And then somebody else goes, oh, if you know Bella, she loves Christmas. So yeah, and she really got into Christmas this last year. It was right up her street. She loved everything from talking about the Christmas star to ornaments to lights. She liked going to see the lights. She just loved everything about it. So it was good fun. Kind of fun to have the little perspective on it again. Just keeping it simple. It was just the simple things made her really happy at Christmas time. Having her family all in one place, she was so excited just to see everybody, and really excited just to see the tree and all the things. What did she say, Dondi? Aw, that's so cute. Keeping you on your toes, Sharon. Yeah. Okay, so I did have some little Christmas stickers that I never did use. And I thought we would see if there's some that might go in here and maybe decorate these little paper clips a little bit. Oh, look how fun. Love those. Lots of Christmas trees. Now, I've been kind of hard-pressed to keep anything Christmas to myself because, like I said, my little Sprout loves them. And if she sees anything Christmas, she thinks it's instantly hers. She is the Christmas lover of our family. So although we were just talking about Christmas today because I kept thinking, what am I going to do for Christmas crafts? But Fia will be 2 this next Christmas. So we'll have a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and our other little grandbaby will be 1. So we'll have a 3, 2, and a 1. Oh boy. 3, 2, and a 1 for lots of fun. I think it's fun too. We hadn't had a baby in our family for 20 years. And then Bella was born, and it just brings new life to all the holiday things and the family functions and all the things. Don't get me wrong, it makes us all tired too, but little new life, and it really brings things back to just the simple things, puts it all into perspective for sure. Okay, the ink that I used on this one was pine needles, and that was all the way throughout the book. I kind of used this odd green. It wasn't really a Christmas green, but it works really, really well. Your first grandbaby will only be 2 months old at Christmas. Oh, that's great. Babies really do bring the life back into the normal little things. Let's see, can this go here? I think it was just sitting in here. I used my bone folder on a couple of these trying to open the pockets, and it came apart. I was like, whoops, that was a little more open than what I was hoping for. Okay. Fit in there. Come on. Come on, go in the pocket. You know you want to. There we go. So these tags, a lot of people ask, what do you use them for? What can you do with them? That kind of thing. They're really great for writing on or putting some extra pictures on. And you can see a couple of the paper clips that I have in here. I just put some little ribbon on, but I have these ones almost on every folder. I'm going to pull some of them off, and we're going to just make some paper clips. I have been in paperclip mode lately. I think just because they're fun and they're easy. Let's see, where's some more? Right here. And it's a great way to use up your scraps too. So especially if you're coming back to revisit something like Christmas in April, you might just have, little scraps of things left over on your desk. I finally grabbed like a little plastic folder and started putting the scraps of Christmas and things that I was finding. I had several digital collections that I was using during the Christmas makes. And so without having to sort them all and all the things, it was just a nice, easy way to put them all in one folder. And then I knew if I was going to be visiting any of the Christmas stuff, it would be in this one folder, which is great. Let's see, I had another piece of this red cardstock, I thought. Or I suppose we can do it on this white one. Yeah. Okay, so, oh yeah, this was one I cut a little gingerbread man out of. All right, well, it is going to become the base for some little paper clips today. There's my trimmer. Okay, so we want just a little bit wider. Oh gosh, than this. It seems like I sat down in here today and everything just wants to fall. I guess that's a sign I need more cleaning than just what I've done. So, okay. We want to have about, well, as long as your paper clips are, at least to do it the way that I do. I like to kind of mass make them. So I usually fold my paper in half and make sure it's as long as my biggest paper clip here. Sounds like you last night. It was driving you crazy. Yeah, I know. I literally sat down here and it didn't matter what I touched, something fell. I was like, "Arr." Okay, so, yep. And see, that's just about perfect. I'm going to go ahead and give this a cut. Oops, I put that paper clip on there and now my trimmer doesn't want to work. There we go. And sometimes you never know what size a little scrap will come in. Super handy. Okay. And then we can cover it with some of this other red or whatever. I like to, like I said, I like to kind of mass make them. Take my piece of paper here and just, I can divide it up pretty evenly. It'd be nice if all of these would fit on here. Put one up here, kind of put them, we want a little bit of room because we do want to glue, but we don't need tons of room really. Oh, I put them all at the top trying to make room and I've got tons at the bottom. Eek. Okay. There we go. So just kind of spread them out evenly-ish. And then you can do it a couple different ways. If you really want them all to be the same, you can cover this, cover it as you go. I kind of like sometimes to leave a little bit of room at the top so that way I can put a little dangle or a little charm or whatever. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to cut these apart, especially since I really want to use those little stickers. And some of these might be a little wider than others. Some might be a little more narrow. That's okay. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So then now what we need to do is just cover the construction, like I usually say, or our paper clip. I'm going to turn the Ryobi on. Sorry, guys. My voice is super scratchy today. What's everybody drinking? I've got a sparkling ice. Okay, so we can bring some of our stickers out here. Notebook would be complete without a Santa, so I know I definitely want to use a Santa on one of these. I can go on one of the little skinnier ones. How cute. Okay, so I'm just going to tear a little piece of this paper for both sides. and we'll glue it down. I think that's about the right length too. So the white will just kind of be our little background. Perfect. And then this side, need a little piece as well. Water. Sharon's got some water. I should be having some water. I got to go to the diner today, though. It was so fun to see my friends, have lunch with my hubby. Oh, well, it was kind of early. We got in there early, so we had breakfast, actually. It's so funny how quickly my appointments are when there's actually no wound vac. They just unwrapped my foot. The doctor came in and looked at it, and they measured and took some pictures, and he said it looked great to him, like there was no infection. And they wrapped me back up, and I was on my way. So, ooh, who is that? Whoops. Oh, it's Chris. She's got Coke. I just read this thing the other day about Coke. They were talking about this new pack of Coke that's at Costco. And it includes what they call Mexican Coke, because the Coke in Mexico has a different recipe than the Coke in the U.S. And it's supposed to be more close to the original recipe of Coke, and uses just like cane sugar, I guess, so it's sweeter. Look how fun this is, if I can get it to glue on there, right? Now, these smaller ones, I am noticing, this is cardstock that I'm putting over here. It's hard to get this paper to stick, but once I got it on there, it's good now. I'll do this side too. So I am using Barely Arts glue, and then the paper clips I put it, the white is cardstock, and then this red is cardstock too, and it's textured. And I wanted the white kind of to be exposed, this one. So it looks like it's got a little bit of a trim around. And you want to press really good and try to seal it in around that paper clip. Diet Coke in Mexico is also different. Coca-Cola Light, not a fan. Oh, hi, Janet. By the way, I don't think I said hi to you. When I was in Spain, I couldn't believe the carbonation in the sodas. It didn't matter what soda it was. They only served sodas in glass bottles, and you had to recycle the bottle, which I think is great. But when we opened it, it was so carbonated. I left it out in one of the hotels for like 2 nights, and usually here, that would be flat, and gross. And it was perfect. After 2 days of being opened, there was... whoa, still plenty of carbonation. Okay, see, this thicker cardstock is just being crazy. You only drink the real stuff. I like Coke Zero. Tastes a lot better to me than Diet. And I can still have it with a little less sugar, so that's great. Okay, so I'm adding in some of the pine needles around that white. That was what I wanted that white for. Could kind of tie in what we've got there. And I also did do some stenciling. If I can remember where the stencil is. Let's see. I don't know if the stenciling is really going to show, though. I guess I could do it on one side and put the sticker on one side. Let's see. Let's put the sticker on. Now, these stickers, I don't know where I got them. I've had them for a while. Very thin. And I just got it. I keep like almost just getting the peel to come off. There we go. Okay. It feels kind of like washi tape, but it has some of the gold foiling as little accents. But I'm still going to put some glue. And then just like that, we have our cute little Santa. And once it dries just a little bit, it will clip right into the book. So I'm hoping to make 12 of these. This one's a little wider. Maybe we can put one of those Christmas trees on there. Are they all the same? I think they are. Yeah. All right. So this was just another scrap of the cardstock that I had. So trying just to use up some of those scraps. And I need one for this side. I think these paper clips are so much fun. And I had a paper clip on each file folder in there holding different things down. But I never decorated them or did anything with them during this time. I think I was just mostly trying to get the whole 12 days in there. And I was actually working on, I think, 3 different books at Christmas time. So it's kind of nice to go back and you know, look at the things that I didn't get done that I wanted to. Somebody suggested doing like a finish it February, and I think I should have definitely done that. Okay, let's put some glue. Now, when you're putting this part on and you're going around this paper clip, definitely be really generous with the glue. Now, sometimes I like leaving just this little loop of the paper clip exposed because that's where I can put a charm or a little dangle or something of that sort. And if you don't, it doesn't look bad just leaving it there. So don't know why I always work at the bottom of my screen. Sorry, guys. Pull this down just a little bit. There we go. So tell me truthfully, does everybody have their Christmas trees put away? I had a friend, we teased her. She would leave it up until basically the needles were all falling off. She would get a live tree and it would stay up for months and months. Now I know Mama Christine has a white Christmas tree, but it's a faux one. And she uses it to decorate all year round, which I think is kind of fun. Because then you can change the decor. Decorate it for like Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, and now probably for Easter. Okay, is that really, that's not gonna fit entirely. Unless, maybe I'll trim around it here. We'll get rid of the white edge and see if it fits a little better. And there is that Christmas star. My little Bella Sprout really loved the Christmas star. You have a black one. Oh, that's fun for like Halloween decor would be really fun on that. Do you decorate it year round? Okay, it's still a little bit wider than what I've got to work with here. Trim off just a little bit more and see if that will make up the difference there. No, you don't. Oh, okay. Well, having a black tree, that's kind of fun. I bet your decorations really stand out. All right, come on, peel the stickers. This is the hard part of these stickers. Maybe that's why I've kind of abandoned them. Maybe I tried to do one and was like, yeah, that's enough. Although that Santa one didn't really give me too much grief. You might this year, though. Very cool. Okay. got it. We'll put some glue. Make sure it stays put where it's supposed to go. Okay. Now, as these are drying, if you notice they're kind of lifting or not sticking in an area or whatever, you can put some little clips there to kind of keep it down. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Oh, there's a little reindeer. That's fun. Reindeer with some presents. We already did the tree. We already did a Santa. Oh, some of these are pretty good size. Oh, look at the snow globe. Wow, that's cool. Those are really big, though. I think you get 3 of each one, it looks like. Santa Claus and, oh, a little gingerbread man. How fun. Merry Christmas. Now, I had another little book that I was working on, and I want that to go in it, but I don't think it's still here. I don't know where it is, actually. It's around. I want one of these to go in there, though. I feel like this would be a really cute little spot to write what the book is for or who it's to, that kind of thing. All right, there's that. Oh, there's a little rocking horse. I guess I should have decided if we actually have 12 of these. Different ones. Oh, there's a nutcracker. Those are cute. Look at that. We have a Bavarian village in eastern Washington here, and they have a nutcracker museum, and it's so cute. So many different nutcrackers. Enjoy the holiday. That's cute. That's another Santa with a sled there. Your daughter had a black one too, and it looked amazing at Christmas time. Yeah, I bet. You don't know if you've seen the text, but Leah isn't able to go live tonight. Oh, okay. Sorry, Leah. I hope she's feeling okay. So up after me will be Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage, and that means I get to hang out just a little bit longer. Oh, look. It's a little mug of Christmas. And there's some presents. Fun, fun. Okay, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're almost there. I think there's just going to be 10. Isn't that just the way? Nope, that's it. That's 9. So we'll have to do a duplicate of 1, but that's okay. Let's see if we can get some of these on there. I love the little snowman. Look how cute. I think these stickers must have come from like AliExpress or something, because there's not a lot to them, but they are still cute. Okay. And of course, you can put ribbon on here or lace or some kind of mesh or sparkly tulle. You are still deciding if you're going live because your mouth feels super weird from the dental work today and you're exhausted as well. Yeah, dental work has a way of taking it all out of you. I got another broken tooth and the filling, it started the same exact way as the last one I had. Filling fell out. And then the tooth broke. Urgh. All right, well, you guys just let me know what the plan is, and I will tell everyone accordingly. That's a bummer. Something must have really come up for Leah because she was so excited to do Christmas today. It was her idea. She even had a Christmas shirt. Now, if you don't want to use cardstock for this part, I've noticed it is a little bit easier to use something less thick, like if you use maybe some music page or some scrapbook paper, even some packaging paper, or you could use something like fabric. Just whatever it is you have to cover up the paper clip. Press them down really good. Put some ink. This is one of those projects, like if you're in between books or you're not feeling terribly crafty or whatever, you can just grab some paper clips and some scraps and put some things together. And then you can use them in just about any journal, depending on how you cover them. All right, let's do the Nutcracker one. We definitely need to do that one. Now, of course, these will be seen on both sides. So, you know, if you have 2 or more stickers, you could do both sides. Like I said, we could also just simply do some of that stenciling to tie it in with the rest of the book. So cute. Take this one off of here and we'll clip it onto this one here. Just let it get a little extra stuck on there. So far we've got our Santa and our tree and some nutcrackers. This rocking horse going to be too wide. I suppose we could do one going this way, but it's still a little short that way as well. Although we could put on a little extra paper with the red paper. We could go this way. And then it will hang over our white paper, but that's okay. Yeah, dental work is no fun. I'm not a fan. Christy's been having her fair share of it lately too, so I need to go too, but with everything else I have going on, it's like trying to find the time. Although I've definitely learned that even if you don't make time, a lot of times your body will make you make time for the important things. Okay, so you can see this one, the red is going to be a little bigger than the white paper, and that's okay. It can hang over. When I first started making these, they were always kind of a mystery to me. I was like, wow, that's like magic, so cool. But it's really just because the paper clip is around this paper that it works, so it's not that big of a mystery. I guess I'm just easily amused. And so we're still just wanting this red paper to stick to the white paper. And we could go in and put an eyelet at the top of these if we wanted to, but anything that you put here that goes all the way through is going to make your paper clips stick out a little bit. So just be aware of that. It's not bad. It's just it won't go all the way in. It'll just go to wherever your brad or eyelet ends right there. Okay, so this one will clip onto the page on the side instead of at the top. So that's kind of fun. Hopefully that works in my book. And I think the reindeer we could make like that too. You think that God puts you on your back so that you will look up? Maybe, maybe. Especially there are so many people these days not looking up because they're in their phones or their tablets or whatever. And I always find it funny. Here I am doing the same thing. When you say that, so many people not looking up, most of the time it's being said on one of these platforms that puts you on your phone or your tablet. I was laughing the other day because I saw this ad for an app. So it's an app that you get on your phone that helps you spend less time on your phone. And I was like, oh, well, all right. Which I guess it could work. Like it can encourage you, hey, get off your phone, but then you're using their app less. So I don't know. We were kind of marveling at the fact that my grandbaby knows how to use a phone, and she is only 3, and she knew how to use it quite a lot earlier than 3. She loves FaceTime. We play on FaceTime all the time, and she's constantly wanting to know who she can call. So much to the point of like, she'll say, call Mimi, and I'll answer the phone, and I'll say hello, and she goes, call Grandpa. Where's Grandpa? And then if she's talked to both of us, then she's like, where's TT? That's her aunt. Where's TT? Call TT. Boy, that was short-lived. Chopped liver. Oh, I love these. I can't wait to see them on our book. Okay, let's see. And I'm going to be out of this red paper here pretty soon. I think I do have one more scrap of it. But like I said, you can always do music book paper, or just even book page, anything that will just cover the paper clips. I like to put a little extra glue around the paper clip itself so that I make sure I have what's going to stick right there. Kind of seem like the more difficult spots to get to a stick. And then I'm kind of bending it around here too as well, because the 2 cardstocks are pretty thick. So if you can kind of help it form around that paper clip, you'll be able to see it a little better, but that's okay. And it doesn't matter if you use the short side or the long side as the front or the back. I've been making all kinds of paper clips lately and kind of remembering to put them into my journals. I did a lot of them when I was early on making journals, and I don't know why, I just hadn't made any for a very long time, and then now can't seem to make enough of them. I think it's a great way, like I said, to use up some scraps and just have something fun and different in your book. And then this also lets you put, if you make book jewelry or a dangle or a little charm or even just a small string of beads, or you could clip a bulb pin there and put beads on that. Some charms, whatever you have, that's fun. Okay, do a little ink. Got extra room there. I think I'm gonna need to re-ink my sponge here just a little bit. Again, I'm using pine needles as the green, which sounds very Christmassy, but when I first looked at it, I'm like, well, that's a little like on the teal side. It's like a tealy green. But this whole book I did with kind of that same color of cardstock, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was more, kind of remind me of like a vintage Christmas. Okay, let's see. What do we want to put on this one? It's a little skinny for that. Oh, we just did one sideways, so we could do our little... That one needs a different... Oh, here we go. Maybe this little stack of presents. Yeah, I'm going to have to trim it, though. These little white edges are just like... They're cute, but they're just a little bit too much. I know some people who don't like the white around their stickers, so they always cut them off. I don't necessarily mind it too much. I just want it to fit on here, on the paper clip. And I think it's funny sometimes people don't realize, like, it's okay to cut your stickers. It's okay to cut your stamps. It's okay to, you know, just trim the things to fit. As long as it works for you, that's what matters. So make it work. Little stack of gifts. How cute is that? I just love that. Okay. I think this one's okay now. We'll put this one to this one here. Get it nice and stuck down. Okay, what do we have left here? 2. Okay, and that makes, we've made 7 already. We're just cruising. Cruising right through. I don't have anything on these, and I was out of red paper. So let's see what else I've got here. I could, of course, I've got more of this leftover green. We could go for that. But I was kind of hoping to do something that would be contrasting to the green, just because I've got a lot of the green in the book already. Oh, these are fun. Instead of doing those stickers, I could do a couple little stamps. How cute would that be? I think I will. I love doing faux stamps. And those are from Rach and Bella Crafts, and her Christmas collection this year was so pretty. Definitely did not disappoint. I've got a cute little envelope in here I put together, but I didn't use, so maybe we'll clip that into one of the or put it in one of the pockets. Going back through and getting these things done will be great, because then this Christmas I'll have them ready to use. This one I definitely will be keeping because it's got some faulty things going on with the spine. There it is. It slipped between some papers. I couldn't see it. There we go. Another little piece of red. Yeah, lots of cute little things from Christmas, and I apparently printed on this one on the inside. But yeah, super cute. I love this one. So, and that looks like it will go right in there too. We could cut out a couple of these extra little postage stamps and put them in there. Oops, I want to tear this first. I have a pair of decorative scissors that do the postage stamp cut, and I love that. And I think faux postage stamps look great on just about everything. I don't know why that is. It's kind of like putting a butterfly. It makes it look beautiful. Okay, well, since we're ripping here, we'll just do this one too. Well, it looks like we're going to have enough time to hang out to do all 12. I wanted to do 12 of these, and then we'll put them into the journal. Oops, that's crooked. And of course, you could hang other things on these too, like you can do the paper dolls or little pieces of ephemera, whatever you want to put on here. And this is also a fun way to kind of make these as kind of a page tab or a little bookmark. And I think they are just so great. So how many of you started Christmas journals this last Christmas but didn't finish? I am guilty because I started, I think, 3 different ones. I had different collaborations I was in, which is good. It's good, though, because it pushes me to do some different ones. Like, I don't know that I would have done the 12 Days of Christmas, and I absolutely love it. I've seen a lot of people this last year doing the Advents. There's so many different Advent calendars out there on the market. I had no idea. And I bought a charm Advent calendar, and I was gonna do an opening them here on YouTube, and I didn't do it, so maybe we'll have to do it this coming year. I used to love Advent calendars as a kid. It was so fun. And if I missed it, I was even more excited because on the day I realized that I missed it, I got to catch up and eat extra whatever was behind the door. Used to be just little chocolates. When I was younger, they didn't have all of these like sock Advent calendars and perfumes, or I don't know. They got some really fancy ones now too. I'm sure they cost kind of a small fortune, but I was happy with my cute little chocolate. It was just a little thin milk chocolate in the shape of whatever the door was. So if it was a wreath, you knew you were getting a little wreath chocolate. Hey, we have 13 friends in here today. Thanks so much for joining us. We usually go live on Wednesdays in part of the Artistry Collective. I think we're going to be a little smaller today. Our group has been going through a lot of health things. Christy's been going through some health things and then some dental things, and I have had foot things going on. I had a foot surgery in January after I got a bone infection. And then Leah's had some sinus things and some eye things, and boy, just kind of a mess. All right, so I think my little snowman will fit on that one. If I trim it down, we'll get rid of this extra white, which will be okay, because then I'll put that the focus back onto our little snowman. Now, if you don't have stickers that you want to use on these, you could use anything. Maybe you have some stamps that you want to just stamp out some images and put them on. Like I said, you can use fabric or ribbon, or maybe you have some cute pictures from a book or a magazine. And you can do this in any theme. It doesn't have to be our mixed up midweek Christmas. Or, maybe you want to make a little bit of an advent calendar for the 12 days of Christmas. You could make 12 little paper clips and put them in little coin envelopes and gift them. You got Christmas paper but didn't start it in the to-do box. Yes, yes, yes. I am so guilty. I have projects laying all around. I have several totes of books that are just not finished. I do have a finished box too, though. Some of them are finished. I discovered, though, that I think I have a fear of finishing my books because then I have to figure out what I'm doing with them. I can finish the ones that are, that somebody has wanted me to do for purchase or whatever. Those ones I start and I know, like, how to customize it and make it for that person. And so I know I have to finish it by whatever their deadline is. But the design team projects, usually I don't get them done because, the last one I did get done, I was so happy with that one. I haven't done a flip through of that book, and I don't think I will. Anyways, that aside, but the ones I do for collaborations, usually I can get the book ready to go and show whatever feature I'm trying to show and still showcase the digital papers, but usually there's still some things I want to do to it that I didn't get a chance to do by the deadline. And then it just sits here. And I think sometimes it might be intentional because if it gets finished, then I have to decide what to do with it. And I usually don't like to part with these. I make so many of them, though. So hopefully my grandbabies will really enjoy them. And someday when I'm not here anymore, they can turn on any of the YouTube videos that are still here and craft along with me. And just enjoy hearing my voice and seeing me work along and hearing my thought process. Oh, I didn't eat that one. Oh, darn it. Here we go. Put some ink on there. So this, I think, makes 7. Got just a few more to go. You've decided they have a special box. Yes. Yes, your Shauna book is just about done. I just need to do a flip through, get it all packaged up, and mail it out to its middle destination. It's going to go to Tamara from Tamara's Designs, and then it'll go on to Australia. That's so cool. I'm excited to have a book in Australia that I made. How fun is that? Okay, so I think that was 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay. So these don't look like much on their own, but then once you put them in the book, they are so, so cute. And then, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do 5 postage stamps. That'll be perfect. Okay, now where are my little decorative scissors? They normally live in the same spot. They actually have a home, but they're not there. Nobody's home. Oh wait, there they are. There they are. Okay. And so crazy. What did I do with that little scrap of white paper that I had at the beginning? Oh, maybe, no, I didn't use it all. But I did trim it down so it was quite a bit smaller. It was nothing special, just a piece of white cardstock. Well, darn it. Oh, those are cute too. So if you have little leftover fussy cuts, I think this is more of the postage stamps. So any of these will work. Look at this. There's a little bunny. We can bring some spring into Christmas. And those were from Rach and Bella Crafts. And then the other one was the 2025 or 2023 Sunflowers and Doors. But I used it this year for a book. Okay, well, I guess we'll just use this a little scrap of some off-white paper that I have. And this is just another scrap laying around, so that's good. I'll get rid of some of these extra scraps. I think this will be about the right length anyways, so. And we'll just do 5 of these again. Now, if you have some circles, you could do some circles on there too. That could be kind of fun. Let's see, 2. I think I've just about picked all of the bigger paper clips out of this bag. Sometimes at thrift stores, I will find just little bags like this, and it has charms and paper clips, and sometimes it has different sizes and different shapes of paper clips. And a lot of times they're just, they're under $1. So it's an easy way to get them, very easy thing to provide some use for, even if they've been used or whatever. Okay. We're gonna make 5, so we don't need to put them too close together. I want a lot of room for the stamps to go on there. And again, this is folded in half, and we're putting the paper clips over the part where it's on the fold. Mm, 5. Okay, and then we want to make sure we have enough room for our little postage stamp to fit on each one. So we can space them out even more down here. Of course, if you want to measure, you can, do equal distance apart, whatever. But really, they're going to be placed into the book on their own independently, so they're not going to be like right next to each other. Really doesn't matter if they are the exact same size or not. But give yourself a little bit of extra room if you can, because then your stamp or picture or whatever you're putting on there will fit, and you can always trim it up later. So that's going to be quite a bit of room. Now we'll use our decorative scissors and cut out these little postage stamps. And so I don't usually pay too much attention to the cut that's on the stamp if it has one already, because it usually won't perfectly line up anyways. I mean, you can try, but I usually just use my decorative scissors like I've just done, and then I'll ink around them, and so you can't really see if it didn't match up with those that are already there. It's so funny. I remember when I first started scrapbooking years and years and years ago, these decorative scissors were like the coolest thing. Now, the only time I really use them, I have a decal trimmer, and I love that. It's not scissors, though. And these postage stamps. That's really the only time I use them anymore. Okay. And of course, when you are cutting these out, you can also, do Nuvo drops or emboss on them or add some little stickles to them. So some glittery glue, some sparkles, some whatever you want to do. I usually don't mix my digital collections. I usually try to keep it true to the collection because I'm on the design teams for the ones that I show. However, once the project's already done, it's okay for me to just kind of use the scraps and fill in, see whatever I can make out of the scraps, because now that's taken quite a few scraps out of my envelope, which is great. Now, normally after me, normally we go for an hour. So from 4 to 5 Pacific time is normally my time. And normally it would be Leah from Make All the Things With Me, her turn. She's not able to go live today. So, and it's a bummer because she was super excited about this theme. So once I'm done here today, if you guys can go to her page, if you're not following her already, give her a thumbs up and a like and all the things. And just show her channel some love. Now, if you don't have a decorative paper that you want to put under these, as long as it's big enough to cover the paper clip, you could just glue your image here. So I could glue this down and we could trim it out. But I will want to put one on the back as well. And I think I could use that other scrap that I had the other postage stamps on, and we could just glue these too. Just like I just showed. And I think what's fun with these little paper clips too is that if you, if you're not the person who's using the journal, they will have something interactive. I always like giving interactive pieces to kind of play with and move around in a journal. That's what's fun about tags and things too. They can be removed and put back in wherever the user feels like they want to have them. That one got inked a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And let's clear out these scraps here. I think these ones are just going to go away. Got some misprints and just the edges of those stickers. So we used up some stickers, which is great. It's always nice when you can shop your own stash and kind of use up some things. And these paper clips you can make as big or as small as you like. Some people even put like little pockets on them or little tags on them. I just realized this is a little crooked. There we go. So big or small, whatever you want to do, it can work. I'll just go ahead and glue this down. So I will stay on long enough to get these ones done, and then we'll have a look at how they're going to look in the book. And thank you guys so much for being here with me and hanging out. These live craft and chats are really fun. Okay, so then we can just trim this around this postage stamp So that'll be at the size of this one. Perfect. And then let me see where that other page was. There it is. Does it have 5? We could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's lots of Santas on this one. My little Bella really loves Santas. It's so fun the way she just fell in love with Christmas this year. She wanted to watch The Grinch and Mickey Mouse Christmas, and she was just watching Mickey Mouse Christmas the other day. She wanted to learn to sing Christmas songs, and she's just at a really fun age. And she really loved having a birthday party. Every day she'd call and say, Mimi, what's the party? So, like, meaning, what are you working on for my party? Because I was working on a lot of the decorations. What the party? Sadly, when it came time to actually have the party, she started to not feel good. She asked if she could have a party do-over, but we told her that just wasn't in the cards. So it was a lot to put on the party that we had. And she had a lot of family there that came to visit. She did do all the things at her party. We pinned the carrot nose on Olaf. So if you don't know this, the Disney movie Frozen, he is a little snowman. So we did pin the nose on Olaf. And let me tell you, don't ever use... we use the FedEx copy service to enlarge an image, and wow, they've gotten so expensive. It was $40 to enlarge from printer paper to like poster paper size, which I sent my husband in, and I guess he just thought, well, we're just doing it. But wow, it was so expensive, way more than I had ever remembered. Okay, and then just in light of the fact that we're doing this in the spring, we've got to have these bunnies, and they look like little Christmas bunnies. Super cute. Okay, and I want this one. And I think that other one I will put back into the folder. And I must be cutting 2 pages or something, because some of them have a little edge that's got a different paper on it. And just like that, we've made a big mess too. Paper crafting, I don't know why, but man, you're able to make a pretty good sized mess. Okay, so I need to trim this one down just a little bit. Does anybody have any Easter plans for Sunday? I can't believe it's Easter already. We usually get together with the kids and my mother-in-law. And sometimes we eat like a light lunch or whatever and just let the kids play. Nothing terribly fancy. Last year, we had it at my daughter's house. She had a beautiful patio set that she has since gotten rid of because she thought she was going to move. And Bella was super excited to walk around and find Easter eggs. And this year, and Fia was just kind of too little to know what was going on. This year, Fia's walking, so she, I'm sure, will love to walk around and find Easter eggs. Okay, so those ones are kind of cute too. My nail's turning green. I'll put this kind of in the middle. And on one side, we'll have a pretty Christmas tree, and then on the other side, we'll have whatever these ones are that I just cut out. So we've used both some scraps and some stickers that I didn't even get to use. Gotta have the bunnies. You are having everyone at your house and making ham, potato casserole, asparagus, deviled eggs, grape salad, and dessert. Wow, Sharon, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, when I was younger, my grandma used to make a ham and au gratin potatoes for Easter dinner. But unfortunately, those traditions passed when she passed. And my mother-in-law just kind of likes doing like a light lunch kind of a thing rather than having to do a big dinner. Which to some degree I was happy because I always was her dishwasher after big meals. But, okay, come on, little bunnies. Stick on there. Let's move this up just a little bit and see if that will help. Then I can grip. It really does not want to. Oh, that's why. See, it has the second piece of paper. We don't want that in there. All right, now let's try again. I love the little bunnies at Easter, and these ones actually look decent. After having raised rabbits for several years, it makes you look at the quality of the Easter bunnies that they print on cards and pictures and things. Okay, so there's that one. That one's done. Let's do this next one. Do a Christmas tree. These are so cute. I'm loving these. So again, we can go back and put some stickles if we want parts of the Christmas trees to sparkle, or you could use a stamp and kind of cancel these stamps out, these little faux stamps. Oh, I like this one. This one's really pretty. Let's do, is it a lot bigger? Yeah, let's trim it just a little bit more. And, you know, you don't have to use these decorative scissors if you don't want to make them stamp looking. You're having hot dogs and an egg hunt. Yes, that's kind of what we did last year. We just had some hot dogs, and it was funny. I brought my favorite, what I call puffy salad, and Bella did not like it at all. She spit it out and did not want anything to do with it. I think it was just the texture because it has Cool Whip and cottage cheese and some coconut and marshmallows. Desserts. You're making 2 peanut butter pies, a strawberry cake with cream cheese frosting, and an egg hunt. Wow. Sharon, that sounds fun. And you have a lot of grands. Mama Christine has a big family as well. Ours is fairly little. We just have myself and my husband, and then our 3 kids, my mother-in-law, and then now there's 3 grandchildren. So, but I don't know if we have only gotten to see the grandson just once. We don't see them very often at all, and actually they live closer than the other grandkids, but their dad works a lot. Another thing you can do with these too, you can round these corners, and that actually really helps to put them on a lot better. Find my corner chomper here. We'll give it a try on this one. Okay, I like to use the 1/4 inch one, and you just stick it there and chomp. And it just kind of makes it look a little more finished. The other ones have torn edges, so I'm not going to do those ones, but I will do all these ones with the postage stamps, and maybe it'll help them go on just a little bit better. Two, 3. Okay, so we just have 2 more. Hi, Tam. We are doing some hidden paper clips to fit in my Christmas book. And it seems a little silly to do Christmas when it's like springtime. But you know, it's your midweek mix-up. And it is part of spring cleaning because I was able to clean up a bunch of scraps and put some extra finishing touches on this Christmas book that I thought was mostly done. And in just a little over an hour, I have made 12 of these little paper clips, which is great because I did the 12 days of Christmas in this book over here. And then these can all just go right in there. And it's using up some scraps, which is always great. And it's really fun to just have another look. I know sometimes it's, you know, everybody rushes to get these done. But sometimes it's nice to do them after the holidays because then you have all of your memories and your photos and you can put them down. Just don't do it so long after the fact that you forget the things, but sometimes the photos bring back the memories as well. I used to always joke and say that I was the scrapparazzi at all of our events. I was so worried about taking pictures and capturing memories and all the things. And I still do that to some degree, but I realize that there's more just about being in the moment too, making sure you look up from that phone and just really enjoy the things. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and trim off this one. So, and of course, in using these scraps, I've made a bunch of other scraps, but that's just the nature of paper crafting. It's the never ending. My daughter was saying she's about halfway caught up on our laundry, and I'm like, yeah, that's about a lot of things. Like, some things are just never ending. Scraps are one of them. Laundry is another one. Dishes. You can feel like you just got done and then you're going to create more for the next meal, or, you know, you're wearing clothes and they're going to be dirty by the time you get all the clean clothes put away. Okay. Look, it's a Santa. So cute. Okay, and I didn't even use any mesh or fabric or ribbon or anything. I literally just used the paper from the digital collection. It looks like the digital collection I used for the paper clips was Rach and Bella Crafts, and the digital collection I used in the book is by Sunflowers Indoors. Okay, now around these corners as well. Okay, now we get the fun part of putting them all in the book. So fun. Put those scissors back in their home so that way next time it won't seem like nobody's home. And slide out all these. These are done scraps now. Oops. Okay, and I had this little envelope too that I wanted to slip into one of the pockets. This was just laying loose in there. I probably was going to glue it in and then didn't do it, so for whatever reason. So we'll just slip it into a pocket. And actually, we could put all of those little Christmas stickers inside this little envelope. And then they'll be safe and ready to use inside of the journal. Okay. So this one has 2, and there was one that had 2 nutcrackers. So we'll do, whoops, that one here. This is the 1, but this is 2, and it does have this here. And these paper clips you can clip anywhere. You can clip them anywhere there's an edge. So if, you know, even if it's clipping it to a pocket, you can definitely do that. There we go. How cute is that? And then this one is a good pocket we can just put in this little pouch. Now, of course, adding these things will add some girth. So if you don't have room, it will gator out. But this one has plenty of room because it's got the hitch post closure, and there's still plenty of room it can grow. So no worries there. I wanted to put one of these little Christmas tree ones back here. So it can just easily clip in there like that. That's cute. And it could go like up here. That's fun. I do kind of like them on the pockets too, though, like right in here. Oh, I dropped that one. Darn it. Darn it. And then, like I said, these can be moved around. I'm really liking them clipped onto the pocket, though. I think that's kind of fun. Especially since these ones with the stickers, I've only got one side decorated. The other side is just plain. On the plain side, you could put some little Christmas words or, you know, some of the journaling. Any of those kinds of things. All right, this one goes here because it did not fit in the pocket, if I remember correctly. Oh, it does, actually. Okay. I'll do one of these little Christmas trees since I have a Christmas tree in the pocket. And I like how it just gives it a little extra something dimensional. And if you do it over an edge, like here, you could put, whoops, I guess it helps if you can see, like here, you can put a little charm or something in there, like a little dangle. This one was holding this tag. So we'll do a little cup. We'll do a cup on this side because this side was the 8 maids of milking. So maybe you want like a little cup of milk or cocoa or something like that to go with your 8 maids of milking. There we go. When you've got several layers, you got to kind of train the paper to choose those ones in the center. I'll move it up there. There we go. Very cute. And it holds our tag on this side. And see right here, you could put like a name or a date or a place, or just some Christmas fun words or something. This one, I think I'll just put in there. That one, whatever can go right there. There's a little, we'll put the little Santa with the poinsettias. And you guys say poinsettia or poinsettia? It's kind of like potato, potato. It doesn't really matter. There we go. Little Santa in there. He's so cute. There we go. And then this one. Oh, this works out perfect. Little snowman on the little snowflake backed paper there. That didn't glue down as good as I would have liked, so I might go back and put some extra glue. Then that would make them easier to use as well. Of course, you can put them at the top like this or sideways, however you want to do it. But there we have it. Lots and lots of fun paper clips. It did add some extra girth to my book here, but I think that's fun. And then, like I said, now that, you know, the holiday is over and this is all done, I could always put the title, like the year or whatever, and go through and put some photos in now that it's all done. Where's Remy? She's here. She's laying down. Did Christy ever say if she is going on? Oh, Sharon's having everyone at her house. I'm coming. Coming on over. All right, everybody. Well, I thank you so much for being here, and I would greatly appreciate if you hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe if you like what you see. Definitely double check if you think you're already subscribed. And thank you so much for joining me here on this Wednesday. I'm not sure if Christy's going on or not, but she might. So just check out the other two ladies' YouTube channels, Make All the Things with Me and Christy's Crafty Cottage. And we'll see you next week. Thanks so much for joining me.